Wow, I'm just so honored that Notch from Minecraft came to visit my theme park that I'm going to be building. He just looks so happy to see absolutely nothing. There is nothing here. I don't know why this man is so happy. Well, it's because he made millions and millions of dollars, if not billions, by making a computer game that went worldwide. Anyways, what's up guys, Attacking Toucans here, welcoming you to a Planet Coaster Challenge, which this is the first time I've ever done something like this before. I don't think I've even made videos really where I play Planet Coaster and commentate live while playing it. Usually I do time lapses, but we're going to be doing an actual video where I just play the game live, and it'll be a completely different experience. But the challenge that we have today is we're going to be building a tiny park. We have a very, very small space that I went ahead and outlined with some wall corners. This is as far as we can build out. If I try to move this any further, it's like, nope, obstructed, so that's what we have to work with. And my ultimate theme park is about this big. That's the space I'm used to working with, so I'm gonna have to definitely think about this from a completely different perspective today. But you know what, we're gonna be pushing ourselves and trying to learn how to build even better coasters in this game by doing so. So just for reference, I'm gonna place a couple rides in here just to see like how much space we really have. This is probably the biggest gentle ride, the Ferris wheel. And as you can see, this is pretty much wide enough to fill up the whole entire park. We probably won't build a ride this big. That's a little bit unnecessary. And the sound effect from whenever you're about to place the ride in a place you can't put it, it's just so funny to me. It's just a man yelling at you. Yellow! Ho! Play! What a great decision. Let's see, this genie ride takes up a pretty decent amount of space. Looks like we have unlimited money, so we're not gonna have to worry about finances, so we can literally just like build whatever we want, so that's not gonna be much of a problem. This is only gonna challenge us with our spatial awareness, not really our financial skills. And we have a couple objectives. So the easy objective is to attract 1,300 guests, which isn't too bad. Build 3 rides and build 3 coasters. And what's the hardest one? Build 4 coasters with a long length. So yeah, we should probably build these coasters as long as possible. That'll be kind of difficult, but we'll do our best. Have 45 groups use your hotel in a month. Build 10 rides and make a firework display. Oh damn, they're making us go all out with this tiny park. I don't know if we'd want to be shooting off fireworks in this small of an area next to a bunch of other rides, but you know what? I don't think there's any like inspectors or safety protocol in the Planco universe, so we're just gonna roll with it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm a little bit nervous because I've never like built anything this condensed before, but I'm always down to challenge myself. Whoa, that doesn't look normal. Let's turn tunneling off. I'm not trying to make a tunnel here. Oh, that's a good question actually. Since we have unlimited money, we can test this out. But how deep underground can we go? Ooh. Okay, so apparently underground is an option, so we can put some underground roller coasters, which almost seems a little bit like cheating, but since we have such a small amount of space, I'm not going to be complaining. Okay. Oh, wait. I also want to see how high we can build, because that also matters. Oh, we have a fairly low height limit. How tall is this? It is 234 feet. Okay, that's not too bad. Six Flags Great America has a height limit of 150 feet, so I say we're out here balling. Okay, let's start off with building some paths. Let's turn this angle snap on so we can snap it into place. I'm gonna start having things go off in a T-junction if I can. There we go, we'll go in 2 separate directions. That's actually a Y-junction, I'm sorry. So there's some things we gotta worry about. We gotta build a hotel at some point. We have to make sure we have like food, restrooms. We have to have quite a few gentle rides and thrill rides. We should probably just go ahead and start off with a thrill ride of some sort. I'm gonna try not to build rides that are too large. What about the cube? This is a kind of cool ride. I don't know if I want to put a ride super close to the entrance. Okay, so we can put stuff over here. So I feel like this space over here would be really good for like a little shopping center of some sort. So let's just like curve a path back here. We can't like connect these, can we? Oh, we can. Alright, so if you want to pay to get into the park, come through this gate. If you're feeling like you don't want to pay, just take a left and just bypass the front gate. What a great business model. That would do phenomenally, I'm sure. All right, so let's get some food over here. We'll get some of these Dune Delights. What is a Dune Delight? Are these shish kebabs? Whoa, Dune Delights. Dune Delights. Oh, they have wraps, vegetarian wraps, lamb wraps, and chicken wraps. They got those euros. Is that what it is? It's like Mediterranean food, I think. Okay, I don't think we're going for the Mediterranean life. Dune Delights is no more. They have a lot of interesting food in Planet Coaster. Ooh, first aid. If you're hungry for a Band-Aid, you can come here. Here, we can fine-tune our search results. Let's go with the food shops. Whoa, there's a lot of food options, and we even have vending machines now. I think it's so cool they added that. We can add a gumball machine. What if that is the only source of nutrition in our whole entire park is gumballs? But they're like magic little gumballs. Like every single gumball in here is jam-packed with nutrients. Like the green gumball is equivalent to eating a whole entire bag of broccoli. Or the blue gumball is like eating a bunch of blueberries. Or the brown gumball is like eating ass. Ooh, there's sushi options. Oh, sushi is my favorite food out there. I'm not sure if sushi is like a theme park food, though. I'm not sure how many people would be going for that. Like, I know I would, but the general population, you know, let's just keep it simple. Let's do some hamburgers. Most people seem to like hamburgers.
Mmm, tasty.
Excuse me? What was that?
Chief beef.
Mmm, tasty.
Why am I turned on by this chief beef building now? Mmm, tasty. And if we're selling food, we gotta sell drinks. Do we have a soda stand? My drink? Don't tell me you forgot my drink! My Diet Dr. Kelp? Okay, we're out here. The park is open for business. We have 2 food stands. Is that enough to sell Notch? Is he interested? Oh, he's here! Notch has come to visit our park. What's up, man? Is he going straight for the hamburgers? Does he want some? Mmm, tasty. He's going for it. Notch, come get yourself some steaming patties. Made fresh by the vendor. Her name is Molly. Molly is your fry cook for today. I like how detailed these shops are. You can like come inside here. Oh my gosh, guys, we're open for business. Our tiny park is thriving. All right, let's go ahead and jazz this up a little bit, make it look a little bit more appealing than some random brick buildings just chilling out in the middle of nowhere. And normally I decorate and build my structures with a lot of detail, and even for this, I'm still going to use a decent amount of detail, even though it is a tiny park. But I'm not going to put in like as much detail as I would for like my ultimate theme park series or anything. I'm going to kind of like find a middle ground, and there might be some points where I'd like cut forward to me just having buildings decorated, so you guys don't have to see that process always. But you know, sometimes I'll keep it in and talk my way through it, just so you guys can see the process of like what I go through when I build things in real time. As you can see, building stuff on Planet Coaster is a lot more slow paced than what you normally see in my time lapses, but that's just how it is. I should probably put a bathroom in here as well. This path is gonna look a little bit weird, but you know, we'll just roll with it. All right, let's keep on decking this building out. So I'm going with the more generic theme for this building, and I don't know how many like themed rides we'll have in this park, but I think we have all the scenery options unlocked. We don't have to like research anything, so I can literally theme the roller coasters and rides after anything. All right, what do we have as terrain options? We have mud, rock, dirt, grass, muddy rock, dry grass, grass, mud. I don't know, how many mud options were there? I feel like there was like 3. Yeah, why is there so many mud options? How come I don't have concrete as an option? I guess mud kind of matches the flooring. I usually like to put asphalt or concrete on the ground inside my structures, but I can't for this, but that's okay. There's a lot of terrain paint options in Planet Coaster, but each park you have only allows up to 10 types of terrain because of the game engine limitations, because the way like terrains can mix, you're able to like mix up different types of terrains and really layer them up and stuff if you turn the opacity down, and the game engine could only handle up to 10 different types of terrain being blended with each other before it kind of got overwhelmed. Now, I'm sure if you couldn't combine terrains like this, then they could probably add more terrains per park, but it makes sense why they did that. I definitely understand. All right, we got to get some benches inside this building in case people need to sit in the shade, because apparently we're out in like the Sahara. I think this park is in Africa, so yeah, it's probably pretty hot. People are going to be trying to get out of the sun. Let's go ahead and put some benches in here. I'm like starting this park off in the most boring way possible. I'm gonna put a bench right there, and should we have a bench like right next to the bathroom? So if you sit down, you also have to smell the bathroom, so nobody loiters too long inside the shade, so people are consistently cycling through. You should probably put some trash cans too. Don't want people like throwing their toilet paper and stuff on the ground out here. That would be freaking disgusting. And let's also put some like lights inside this building in case it gets dark outside. All right, time to cap this bad boy off. And one of the easiest ways to fill in a roof is just to put 2 pieces of a roof. And if you duplicate 2 pieces, they will always stay at the same exact height. So you never have to worry about them like lowering and trying to match up the elevation. You can make roofs filled in way more quickly. Although sometimes when you have a half grid piece, you have to kind of slightly adjust. But yeah, it's looking good. Now we should probably put an actual roof on it. Should we just go super extra and have just like the biggest peak of all time? One thing I really wish there was more of in Planet Coaster was more roof pieces. Like I would pay $30 for a DLC pack that only includes roof pieces. No cap. Ooh, that's kind of fancy. I might actually use something like that, but I need to pick like a good topping. I like this roof type. This is a haunted house roof, but when you replace the color with the blue, it doesn't look too haunted. So I'm not too worried about it. But whenever I place the scenery pieces, it's making spooky sound effects. What in the world? Too much, man. Wait, why can't I put it right here? Obstructed? Ah, it's going barely outside of the park limitations. I see. We really are limited here. I guess I'm just gonna have to bring it in a little bit, which is gonna look kind of weird. But I mean, hey, what you gonna do? We're in Tiny Park mode. Tiny Park! Okay, this seems like the perfect piece to kind of finish off this trim. What is this called? Crypt Roof Details. Okay, well our restaurant is apparently doubling as a crypt, but it's how it be sometimes. Okay, let's put some last finishing details on here just to make it truly pop. All right, so this building is starting to look pretty nice. We should probably still do some landscaping, but it looks looking pretty clean inside, honestly. We probably need some signs though. Let's get some signs in here so people know what they're gonna be purchasing, because you don't know what you're purchasing unless there's a sign. That's just how science works. So we got the basic burger sign. That's huge. Here, let's just put it right there. Perfect. All right, these signs are maybe a little bit too big. I wish you could downsize these. That would be another awesome option. All right, we'll put a little Chief Beef stand.
Chief Beef.
That was the scariest thing I've ever heard in my life. I don't normally play this game with sound turned on, so it's kind of like new to me. All right, we'll put a Chief Beef sign above that.
Mmm, tasty.
Yeah, it is. And Gulpy, how is this could be represented? These signs are so big. I don't need signs this big. All right, that leveled out pretty well. Sick. All right, this thing looks pretty nice. We should probably put a couple trees just to like tie it in and everything. Don't worry, we're about to get to building some rides. I'm sorry that I spent way too long building this first structure, but we just I kind of got to set the mood of like how detailed I make these parks, even if it is a challenge. I'm still going to be taking the game seriously, just because when you take Planet Coaster seriously, life treats you well. That's all I know. We can always delete some of these trees later if we want to build something else back here. Like we might actually have a coaster, like wrap around back here. I'm not really entirely sure yet. I haven't planned super far ahead, but we'll just get there one thing at a time. All right, so we got food, beverages, and a bathroom. So we're pretty much set up with those types of facilities. Now let's go ahead and build a regular ride. I want to build one right here in the very center when you enter, because I think it looks pretty good with the symmetry. I was going to put like a fountain or something, but let's be real, we really don't have that much space for a fountain, so we got to make some better decisions. Honestly, swinging chairs might be a really nice ride to open up with. They're pretty graceful looking, especially when the thing is turned on and all the seats are just flying outwards. Let's go ahead and get it out. Oh, actually, no, I don't want to play the game. Actually, it doesn't matter if the game's playing, does it? I don't know. I think it might affect the park rating. I think it's better to keep a pause for right now. But yeah, this ride takes up like the perfect amount of space. Okay, so this thing is centered perfectly. Let's go ahead and place the entrance and exit. Might want to change the colors as well. I kind of want to go for like a blue, like sad palette for the colors of this park. Not because I want the park to be sad, but I think it would just be a kind of cool color aesthetic. Instead of having things that are red and yellow, have things be like blue and purple and green, things on that side of the color wheel. I think with how small this park would be, that would look really cool. Because if you have too many colors, I feel like this park will look like a jumbled mess. But maybe that's the point of building a tiny park. All right, so my favorite types of lines are the ones that like kind of wind through. It's like a little gardeny, flowery area. So that's what I'm gonna do right here. Nothing too crazy, but it'll look nice. That doesn't take up too much space. I have to like keep in mind that I don't have that much space to work with, but at the same time, I think we're fine using up that much space for our line. And I'll put like some rocks and flowers around it just to kind of make it look nice. What kind of flooring do we want to have in here? I don't want anything that like is too attention grabbing, but I also don't know if I like stone. What is this? It's like a water texture. I feel like I never use that path for anything. Ooh, I like this brick. I think brick is like a nice look as well. Okay, perfect. So we have our first ride in the park. How much does it cost to ride it? I don't even know if we want to put a price on it. I feel like it's sort of weird that we have unlimited money. Don't have to really worry about any of the finances. So getting people into this park and reaching that 1,300 guest limit isn't going to be too hard because we can do like infinite marketing and stuff, I'm assuming. But maybe I should like kind of nerf myself and like not allow myself to take advantage of the fact that I have unlimited money. I'll take advantage of it to decorate things and make sure every ride looks awesome, but I don't think I should use it to like cheat the objectives, if that makes sense. Okay, so I think I want to start off with the dive coaster because these ones are able to be kept pretty compact, I'm pretty sure. Although, we really have a small amount of space, don't we? I've never done a challenge like this before. This is going to be a real challenge. Whew. How do I want to face this? Should probably like put this station up in the air. That way we can not have to have the chain lift be as long. Wow, this chain lift is just so wide. Maybe I shouldn't build like the widest freaking type of coaster in the park. Maybe that's not the strategy. Let's see what other coaster types we have. What about this one? Is this like a smaller version of that? Ah, this is like a small dive coaster. Okay, I'll use this type instead. Okay, this one's like hang time at Knott's Berry Farm, so we should be able to keep this one a lot more compact. So let's see if we can roll with it. And the other nice thing about doing this type of coaster is you can do a vertical lift hill, so it won't take up that much space whatsoever. Maybe not vertical, 60%. I thought you could do a vertical, but I guess not. Well, if that's the case, I should probably turn it a little bit. And launch it. Now, should we do like one of those drops that goes beyond 90 degrees? Because that's what these do a lot of the time. It'll do like a little bit of a hang. It'll hang for a few seconds. I'm not even sure if that's an option. That should be an option, right? Is there no like hang drop option? That sucks. Whatever. I still hope I can do the... Oh yeah, we can. Okay. We can go past 90 degrees. So let's go to like, I think 100. Let's do 101 for the Dalmatians. Perfect. Okay, that's a beautiful drop hill. And it's taken up the second half of our park. How in the world are we gonna do this? Oh, rest in peace. Okay, I'm gonna do my best, guys. We'll see what happens. We're gonna have to overbank this pretty quickly. The fact that this park is so small, the coasters in this park may not be perfect. They might be a little bit forceful sometimes. Might have some sharp turns every once in a while, but I'm not sure what else you can expect from me right now. Put into test mode so we can make sure everything's working properly. All right, let's see how it goes over this first hill. I'm gonna check out the G-force. Come on, start test. Okay, I need to increase this chain lift speed. That's really slow. Okay, let's turn on the heat map for vertical G's. Ooh, that's really bad. Holy crap, yep, that would kill you. 7.28 would definitely kill you. How in the world am I gonna do this, guys? I do not have enough space for this. And also, let's increase the speed of this chain lift because that was super slow. Can I even increase it? I don't think I can. It just has to stay slow forever. Okay, I think we're going to have to make this curve 90 degrees instead so I have enough space to work with. Just how it's gonna have to work. Going past 90 degrees might be a little bit crazy for a park like this. Most people are probably going to be too afraid to even ride this ride in the first place, but hey, that's not my problem. That's their problem. I'm not going to go all the way down to the ground just because I feel like if I do, it's going to have way too much speed and we're going to have that G-force problem again. Like, I don't care too much about G-force. If it goes a little bit over what's like considered normal, I'm okay with that, but 7 Gs is like almost 3 times the amount that body can handle, so that's probably not the best thing to put our guests through. Okay, I started off with this weird top hat style of loop. It's a little bit weird. Let's smooth it out a little bit because the banking's kind of weird. Hopefully the G-force on that isn't too bad. It looks like it might still be pretty bad, but we'll test it out in a second. Let's put a second hill in here real fast so we can test out the first 2 hills of the coaster. After I'm done with this ride, there might not even be supports left because of how like tangled it is, but I don't really care if my coasters defy the laws of physics. That's not my problem. All I know about this coaster is we really need to make it as long as we possibly can. That way we can try to reach that 12,000 foot limit, because that is going to be really, really hard to meet in a park like this. I literally don't know if it's even going to be possible, but I'm going to do my best. We'll see what happens. Now I'm trying to make it go into a half loop and then corkscrew out into a flat position again. This is really hard. All right, please tell me this first drop does not go up to 7 Gs. 4, that is still really freaking high, dude. And that's gonna be really high right there as well. This coaster is scraping. Surprisingly, this loop wasn't half bad. The only parts that seem a little bit iffy are these areas down here. I think I can possibly fix that if I make this dip in the bottom a little bit wider. I'm not sure how much it's gonna do, but it might do a little bit. And I think this thing leveled out a little bit too quickly as well. So I think we can possibly try to fix that. Thank God for this smooth tool. The smooth tool is like everything. Straight up. If it wasn't for the smooth tool, this game would be the most difficult thing in the whole entire world. Alright, let's see how it goes through this time. It's really smooth. Really impressed. Barely makes it up there, but that's okay. Sometimes it's nice to have slower turns before you go into something crazy. Okay, this loop is looking good, but it still looks a little bit derpy. If I can... Maybe I have to need to make it bigger? Is that the problem? Oh, that's already way better. Okay, I'm okay with that. Okay, so I had to go into a barrel roll that leads into another half dive loop, so kind of like the opposite of what we did over here. And that should give it quite a bit of speed. Okay, from here, I'm not entirely sure where we should go next, but this thing is getting pretty knotted up. I'm liking the look of it. I still think we can do more though. I think I want to have it come up here and go over this track right here. All right, where to go from here? We still have a lot more speed to work with. Like, it's still going pretty quickly. And if I can make this one coaster like 6,000 feet and get us like halfway to that 12,000 foot goal that we have to get to for the hard difficulty objective, then I am totally down for that. Because this is like the easiest type of coaster to just like loop amongst itself. Okay, so I think it is looking pretty good. This thing is really long. I can't wait to test it and see how long it truly is. Let's watch it one time from a distance to make sure there isn't any glaring mistakes, and then we'll ride it ourselves. So you get the very first dive drop, which is going past 90 degrees, goes into a big overbank, which leads into a second overbank. It might even be better if I don't have that go as high, so it keeps the speed throughout there. Get this half loop that goes into a corkscrew dive. This is where it trims down some speed a little bit. Small airtime hill that leads into a half loop. Picks back up. And it's really just like tangling through on this last portion, isn't it? I should probably fix the banking on this little hill right here. Whoa, yeah, that banking right there was really bad too. I feel like this section right here is gonna have some really bad G's. I'm almost afraid to look at it. Right here might have some bad G's as well. It's okay, these are some pretty easy fixes. But hey, at least it makes it back to the station with a decent amount of speed. Let's just see how long this thing is. That's what I'm the most interested in. Track length, only 2,600 feet? What? This whole entire thing is only 2,600? But it's taking up like so much of the park. How in the world are we gonna reach 12,000 feet? I'm literally at a loss. We're gonna have to do some underground stuff for sure. There's literally no other way. Oh my god. I'm gonna go ahead and, here, let's fix it real fast and then we'll ride it. All right, let's go ahead and stack it up with some trains real fast just so it can look extra dope. We only have 4 trains. Is that our limit? You know, this is a kind of short coaster. That's fine. It'll look really cool. Whoa, that's way too fast. All right, going up the chain lift. Whoa, there's some clouds that are trying to tell us a secret message. Look around at the park that still doesn't exist, although the land that we can't use. So sad. All right, woo! All right, smooth first overbank turn. Lowering this turn was a good strategy. This bank, is it smooth enough? Yeah, good. Going to the half loop, rolling out. Ooh, kind of barely make it through that. Some good hang time right there. Curve around. I love this element right here. Some major speed, going back up. Getting some negative G's right here. Circle around before we drop again. There's a lot of like helixes to the left, I've noticed. They're not all helixes, but there's a lot of left-hand turns. Well, that's a right-hand turn right there. We're still good. Right, woo! And that for the final helix that I mainly added just to add some extra length, which it barely even did anything. Okay, that was pretty nice. I enjoyed that. Oh, look at the sunset. See you later, sun. Have a good night. All right, so what are the results? Ooh, that's an excitement of almost 7. That's like phenomenal. The fear isn't too bad. All right, so the minimal vertical G-force is at negative 1.5, which is really good. And the max vertical G-force is almost 5, which I think is a little high, but I don't think would actually, it might make you gray out a little bit, but I don't think it would actually kill you. Well, it might, but these aren't real people, so I'm not too worried about it. No, I didn't mean to go into edit mode. I'm trying to place that insurance, boy. Let's place it up here, and we'll put the exit down here. All right, now we just gotta connect it up, and we'll have our first 2 rides will pretty much officially be open for business. We'll have the main things that you need to make a theme park successful. All right, so let's make the exit first. Okay, so this park, since it's so small, it is not gonna be really meant for disabled people. We are going to have stairs everywhere because that's really the only option we have, so I'm sorry. But hey, what are you gonna do? And we'll just connect it up right there for now. We'll switch that up later. And as far as the queue goes, we'll have it cross over the exit path and then go down right next to it. I don't know if it needs to be too terribly long. Can I like make it zigzag back and forth down here? Yeah, I can. Cool. Let's have it zigzag back and forth underneath the station. Then we'll put like a building to hold it up so it doesn't seem like it's just like floating or anything. Okay, and then there's still some steel beams to hold it up. So it's all good. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and just like kind of finish the circuit right there. And we'll have the entrance be like right in the center. So we're sticking with that like symmetry thing right there. Okay, cool. I believe we can go ahead and open it up. Let's open up the roller coaster. Let's open up the swinging chairs. We definitely need a name for this ride, which honestly, it looks pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with what I've built right here. All right, let's go ahead and switch up the colors because as I said, we're going with like the moodier look. So I kind of want to go with like a electric blue almost, like a cyan. I think that'd be really cool. I like that. I heard someone say, "Yep." I think they also like the colors that we have chosen today. And do we want to have like blue supports as well? Or is that too much? Might be too much. I kind of like the black. It's looking kind of good. It's looking fresh. It's looking icy. It's looking chill. And all those other good bluish adjectives. People are starting to pile into the park. Holy crap. Whoa! People are so pumped. They're so ready to ride this ride. That doesn't have a name yet even. We probably should give it a name. It's called Looney Turns right now. Okay. Looney Turns. Sounds like, oh my god, I love Looney Turns. What is this music? This music is almost too carnival-ish. Can we change this? I don't like carnival music. Full English breakfast. That sounds delicious. Okay, I like that a lot better. Much more chill. Okay, this park is like too full already. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and pause as I build this station because, yeah, I don't want people to like get bored of my park because I'm spending too much time building a station. If you feel what I'm feeling. All right, I'm gonna go with like that paneling again that I used for the other building because it looked really nice. And let's go ahead and click on this option to start building on station grid. I'm gonna put some like panel walls right here. Let's make them blue though. We're gonna lean into this blue stuff. Gonna feel like Heisenberg. All right, it's more of an indigo, but it's still looking bad. The windows on there, that way we have a lot of sunlight hitting these cars, so the paint can fade as soon as possible, so we can have an excuse to give it another paint job in the future. I guess for the roof, this time I'll use that metallic roof, just because it is blue and kind of matches the colors on this ride. And this ride's also really sleek looking, so I think that calls for a sleek looking roof style. I'm just like zooming out and looking at this park and trying to figure out how I'm gonna fit. Was it 5 more roller coasters? Is that what we're working towards? Yeah, 6 coasters. Jeez. We have 1. Let's see, we can probably put a second one. We can probably put like a Giga style coaster that goes around the whole park. We'll try our best with that. We'll have like a kiddie coaster over here of some sort. There's gonna have to be a coaster that's 100% underground, and that's gonna be the super long one. That's how we're gonna reach that really long coaster length objective. And then I'm gonna have to have like a launch coaster somewhere, maybe like up in the air. And then hopefully my brain will be able to think of something else after we've done all that. But I think we have enough stuff on our to-do list. But with a park like this, it is really important to plan ahead, and we're gonna have to start doing some really unrealistic style layering in the future, but it's just part of the challenge, man. Another little trick that I'm gonna share with you guys is if you're ever trying to copy a color from one item to the other, if you go into the little color palette, you can copy this little code right here. Probably has, like, it's probably called like a hex code or something along those lines, and then paste it, and it will match it up. At least it should. Oh, that's because that is a different type of wall. I'm using the panel wall, not the metal wall. All right, that's kind of cool. We have it set up to where there's like a little indentation for this worker to get to where they need to be. And I almost like want to put a door there. That'd be kind of cool. Then let's just go into doors and place like a little door. Does it have a lock so nobody can get in? There is a lock, I think. I don't think there is a lock. It locks from the other side. We'll just say that. And let's make this like a really dark color if possible. Okay, fine. Fair enough. And we should probably put the door on the other side too, so it makes sense. This is a really weird detail. I don't think I've ever even done this in a station before, but giving attention to those small little details is like one of the best parts about this game, in my opinion. And let's go ahead and like, yeah, that works. And I'm pretty sure there's a roof piece to cap this off. All right, so we got this thing all decorated and looking nice. A good station is a happy station. That is the motto around these parts as of 2 seconds ago. I kind of wish more people were riding this, so this whole entire thing was just full. If I could have like 5 or 6 trains like all going on this at the same time, that would be such an amazing sight. So looking pretty good. I feel like we need a few trees around here though. Let's see, what are the tallest trees? If we have a couple trees like really reaching up to the tall sections. That is not the tallest tree. How about this one? That's not tall either. All of these trees are short as hell. Come on. I know one tree that's like super big, but I'm not going to use it because it's like too big. Whereas it's like the Brazilian nut tree, I think is what it's called. Who wants to get a nut? Okay, yeah, this thing is huge. It would look awesome. What if we put that like right there? Is that too much? Just some giant ass trees. Yeah, that's definitely too much. All right. I'm gonna put some of these trees since they like match the biome that we're in. So I feel like we're in some sort of like Sahara desert. So I'm gonna use these like more deserty looking trees. But I'm not even completely sure if this is like a desert tree. It's weird how a few trees can like completely change the whole entire view. It just like really fills things in. It makes them look so much more complete. We gotta be, how come we don't have a fence around this station? I feel like it's weird that there's no fence of any sort. Yeah, there we go. That looks much better. I'm like slightly tempted to put, yeah, we should probably put some fences around this path as well. I'm also gonna put some flowers in here, but I don't know if I want to put enough flowers and rocks to like distinguish the path from the ground. Oh my god, I have this Elsa doll from the Theme Maker's Toolkit. What if Elsa was just like the figurehead of our park? You came into our theme park and the very first thing you see is Elsa. And Elsa is just like, all your fears, all your troubles, just let it go, man. And come to our tiny park. And she sits on her little frozen Elsa throne. Why did I download these? I mean, it is kind of a cool scenery piece. I was at one point going to make like a Frozen ride before Frozen 2 came out, but then I decided not to. Mainly because on my Ultimate Theme Park, I don't have the option to add snow. So I was like, well, never mind. I like the statue. Let's have this statue be in the entrance of our park. This is like so freaking majestic. Is that a unicorn? No, it's just a Pegasus. But regardless, it looks sick. Just gotta surround it with some flowers and stuff. Okay, make it seem like it's coming out of that rock. It's a lot of weight to be put on to these two tiny legs. I'm not sure if the statue is realistic or if it would actually hold up. An earthquake would happen and this thing would fall over in like 2 seconds. But at the same time, maybe we have some of the strongest steel beams inside those legs that anyone has ever seen before. We invested thousands of dollars into this Pegasus's legs because we truly care about quality around these parts. Okay, it's starting to get pretty dark. We should probably get some lights on these buildings. That's like one weird thing about playing this game is it doesn't go through a night cycle. It always loops back to daytime, which is a little bit unfortunate. I wish it didn't do that because you never get to see your park during the nighttime unless you set it to nighttime. So that's a little bit lame. I wonder if there's an option to change that. I've never found it if there is. But you never know. This game has like a lot of just random options. It'd be kind of cool if we just like put some like crystals on this building to light it up because there's like lit up crystals. Ooh, I actually like that idea. I'm just gonna cover this building in crystals and see how it looks. If it looks stupid, I'll change it. But I think during nighttime it'll look cool. Let's see. I can go ahead and switch it actually. Yeah, crystals are where it's at, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Okay, that's looking pretty cool. I think we should also do some like cool lighting for this roller coaster. If we use the these little colorable area lights, we can actually do some really cool lighting on here. Let's see. Let's do some just like electric blue lights. Just want to make this shit as blue as possible. I like this whole blue aesthetic that we have going on with this thing. All right, we got a decent amount of decorations done. I kind of built up this entrance a little bit, added some more flowers and bushes. We got some more lights in here so it doesn't get too dark during the nighttime. I'm loving this coaster station. Like this thing is actually becoming like, this thing is actually a pretty big mood. I think it's pretty sick. And it looks like a lot of the guests are liking it just as much, which I am very happy with. I think we should probably put some like benches and stuff in the park real fast. And trash cans so people don't litter. I'm sure they're already doing that quite a bit. Not too bad. Oh, yeah, this path over here is covered in trash. All right, enough of that. Let's get some bins in here. You guys have excuses because, I mean, there isn't anywhere for you to throw your trash, and I'm not expecting them to like carry the trash around the whole entire park. Why can I never find just the classic bench? Here, this works. Put some of these in here. Where are people gonna want to sit? You can put some benches here at the entrance. Should probably put some benches over by this right exit and a trash bin, of course, so people can puke in that. And I guess before I end this episode, we should go ahead and hire some staff because I don't want to forget about that. And without staff, this place is not going to be running very well. Let's get a couple janitors. I should have gotten these like at the very beginning because we have unlimited money, so it's not like it matters having them anyways. And we should probably get some security guards just in case there's some people trying to vandalize some stuff out here. It's going to be hard for people to vandalize in this park though because it's really small and the security guards can literally see the whole entire thing from one location. We could pretty much just put like a lookout tower up here and we have the whole entire thing set. But yeah, so I think we're going to go ahead and call this the first episode here. I think we should end the episode by riding this roller coaster now that the station's done and just like purely enjoy it. But if you enjoyed this first episode of Let's Build a Tiny Park, then make sure to hit that thumbs up button. This should be a fun little series, and I'm excited to see where we go from here. It's fun to work on something else apart from the ultimate theme park for once. Oh, that autosave. Anyways, I love you guys, and thank you all so much for watching. See you in the next one.